Welcome to Nurture and Nourish. Today, we'll delve into an essential topic for health, especially as we step into middle age: calcium. You might be familiar with milk being praised as a rich source of calcium. However, the interesting truth is that there are everyday foods that contain even higher amounts of calcium than milk, opening up diverse and surprising choices for your diet. What's even more surprising is that, besides the wonderful benefits for the skeletal system, some of these foods are also heart-friendly, easy to digest, and particularly suitable for people over 50. This video will not only introduce potential calcium sources but also delve into their mechanisms of action, how to integrate them into your daily meals, common mistakes to avoid, and tips for optimal calcium absorption. Whether you are a vegetarian, lactose intolerant, or simply want to explore more natural and sustainable options, this is the video for you. Before we begin, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever struggled to ensure you get enough calcium without relying on dairy products? Or do you have any dietary secrets that have brought positive changes to your bone health, energy levels, and sleep? Let's share these valuable experiences in the comments below, because your story could be a source of inspiration and help for many other viewers. Calcium, a broader perspective beyond milk. When calcium is mentioned, the familiar image is often a glass of pure white milk. We grew up believing that milk is the key to a strong skeletal system. However, as we age, our bodies and bones pose different questions. Few people know that effective calcium absorption depends on both the body's ability and the food sources we consume. Unfortunately, our natural ability to absorb calcium tends to decline over time. The benefits of calcium go beyond just maintaining bone density. It also plays a crucial role in healthy nerve and muscle function, including heart activity, hormone release, and the harmonious coordination between the brain and body. The story of my 68-year-old neighbor, Mary, is a prime example. Despite always believing in drinking milk daily, she still experienced osteoporosis and fractured her wrist in a minor accident. Her doctor explained that the issue wasn't just about milk consumption but also about her absorption capacity and other nutritional factors in her diet. Where are you watching this video from? Feel free to share and ask any questions in the comments section. And if you find this information helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss other valuable health advice from Nurture and Nourish. If you agree that calcium is more important than we often think, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. A common misconception is that milk is the secret to strong bones. However, calcium is hidden in countless other food sources, some of which are even richer and easier to absorb than milk. The good news is that for those who are lactose intolerant or prefer plant-based options, these calcium sources are often easily accessible, gentle on the digestive system, and a natural part of a healthy diet. Let's explore these silent heroes right now. 1. Chia seeds. Small power for big bones. You might be surprised to know that just 1 tablespoon of tiny chia seeds can significantly contribute to your bone health. Chia seeds are truly a nutritional giant, especially when it comes to calcium content. With over 600 milligrams of calcium per 100 grams, they far surpass many dairy products. Not only are chia seeds rich in calcium, but they also provide plant-based protein, abundant fiber that supports digestion, and omega-3 fatty acids beneficial for heart and brain health. A special feature of chia seeds is how easily they can be incorporated into your daily diet and how gentle they are on the digestive system, an important factor as we age. A simple suggestion to take advantage of the benefits of chia seeds is overnight chia pudding. Just mix 1 cup of almond milk, or any milk you like, 2 teaspoons of chia seeds, a little honey or cinnamon, and refrigerate overnight. You'll have a delicious, nutritious, and calcium-rich breakfast. Alan, a 72-year-old viewer of the channel, shared that after watching a previous video, he started adding chia seeds to his morning yogurt. 3 months later, his doctor noted a significant improvement in his bone density. While it can't be definitively stated that it was solely due to chia seeds, it's clear that small changes in diet can bring unexpected positive impacts. Key point: don't underestimate the power of small changes in your diet. Adding chia seeds is a prime example of how a tiny food can bring significant benefits to your bone health. Let's explore the next hero, a familiar snack that hides potential power for the skeletal system. 2. Almonds, a crunchy boost for strong bones. When hunger strikes in the mid-afternoon, instead of reaching for unhealthy snacks like cookies or potato chips, why not try a delicious, filling, and bone-friendly option? Almonds are the answer. These small, crunchy nuts are not only a delightful snack but also a treasure trove of nutrients. With just 100 grams of almonds, you can supplement your body with about 260 milligrams of calcium. Moreover, almonds contain magnesium, an important mineral that helps the body absorb calcium more effectively. Vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant, and healthy fats in almonds also contribute to protecting cells and maintaining cardiovascular health. The combination of calcium and magnesium in almonds is truly a perfect pair for the skeletal system. Calcium helps build bone structure, while magnesium ensures calcium is transported to the right places, rather than accumulating in the arteries. Judy, a 65-year-old member of our community, shared that she always keeps a small jar of almonds on her kitchen counter. Instead of eating cookies in the afternoon, she chooses a handful of almonds. As a result, she feels more energetic and has noticed a significant improvement in the strength of her bones and nails. Adding almonds to your daily diet is simple. You can eat them directly as a snack, add them to yogurt or salads, try toast with almond butter, or even make your own almond milk at home. The best part is that, unlike many calcium supplements, almonds provide a range of nutrients that your body can utilize effectively. Next time you want a snack, think of almonds and thank your skeletal system. Speaking of small but mighty nuts, your kitchen cupboard hides another hero, and that's sesame seeds. 3. Sesame seeds and tahini, tiny gems for strong bones. Sometimes, the smallest things carry the greatest nutritional power. Sesame seeds are a prime example of this. You may be used to seeing them sprinkled on sushi or burgers. But did you know that just 100 grams of sesame seeds contains about 1,000 milligrams of calcium, nearly 4 times the amount of calcium in milk? That's incredible for such a tiny seed, isn't it? However, the benefits of sesame seeds don't stop at calcium. They are also a good source of zinc, an important mineral for bone regeneration, magnesium and phosphorus, both necessary for maintaining strong bone structure, along with healthy fats that help reduce inflammation and support joint health. One of the greatest advantages of sesame seeds is their versatility in how they can be used. You can easily add them to many dishes without much preparation. Try tahini, a creamy sesame seed butter, which is an essential ingredient in Middle Eastern and Mediterranean cuisine. Or simply sprinkle sesame seeds on salads or roasted vegetables. You can even add them to baked goods like bread or muffins. A few years ago, I had the opportunity to visit a friend in Lebanon. I remember that, according to her family tradition, her father always ate a piece of flatbread with tahini and olive oil every morning. At the age of 82, he still walked many kilometers every day without needing a cane. This made me think about the potential nutritional values in traditional foods that we may not have fully explored. One small note is that sesame seeds have a relatively high oxalate content, which can slightly reduce calcium absorption. However, when consumed as part of a balanced diet rich in vitamin D and magnesium, the benefits that sesame seeds provide far outweigh this. So, don't forget to add a little sesame to your next meal to boost your bone health. Are you ready to discover another surprising source of calcium from the sea? Let's learn about sardines. 4. Sardines, with bones, natural calcium capsules from the ocean. If you're like many people, sardines probably aren't a regular item in your grocery cart. They're canned, have a distinctive flavor, and still have bones. However, these tiny bones are the superpower of sardines. Especially when eaten with the bones, sardines are one of the best animal sources of calcium you can find. Just 100 grams of sardines can provide about 380 milligrams of calcium for your body. What's remarkable is that these bones are very soft, easy to chew, and digest. But the magic of sardines doesn't stop at calcium. They also contain vitamin D, an essential nutrient for calcium absorption. The omega-3 fatty acids in sardines are great for cardiovascular and brain function, while also helping to reduce inflammation. In addition, sardines are a high-quality source of protein, ideal for maintaining muscle mass as we age. An important thing that many people don't know is that if you are deficient in vitamin D, simply supplementing with calcium can sometimes lead to calcium buildup in unwanted places, such as the arteries. Sardines, with their natural combination of calcium and vitamin D, are the solution to this problem. My Uncle Joe, in his 70s, used to completely avoid sardines. Then, his cardiologist suggested this food because of its wonderful cardiovascular benefits. He tried it and was surprisingly delighted. He often mashes sardines with a little lemon on toast. He shares that he feels more energetic after eating this dish every week. If you're hesitant to eat sardines directly, try incorporating them into tomato pasta sauce, making a sardine salad with mustard and herbs, or eating them with sliced cucumbers on crackers for a light lunch. These little fish are truly a treasure trove of valuable nutrients, bones and all. And now, let's explore the potential of a plant-based food, especially tofu that is specially processed to enhance its calcium content. 5. Tofu, processed with calcium, a calcium-rich vegan superfood. If you are looking for a plant-based food option that is versatile and particularly rich in calcium, then calcium-set tofu, also known as tofu processed with calcium sulfate, is the star you might be missing. Tofu is probably familiar in your diet, but did you know that not all types of tofu have the same calcium content? The secret lies in the processing method. Calcium-set tofu, made with calcium sulfate, is truly a secret treasure for bone health. In just 100 grams of calcium-set tofu, you can find about 350 milligrams of calcium, equivalent to a glass of milk, but entirely plant-based and cholesterol-free. This is particularly important because as we age, many people become more sensitive to dairy products. Whether you have digestive issues, lactose intolerance, or simply want a lighter diet, tofu is an excellent alternative. Don't let its soft texture fool you. Tofu is a fantastic source of plant-based protein, helping to maintain lean muscle mass. Besides that, when prepared correctly, it's also a significant source of iron and magnesium, and especially calcium. Tofu is famous for its diverse transformation in dishes. It can absorb any flavor you combine it with, from savory, sweet, spicy to any other taste. Here are a few simple suggestions so you can easily add tofu to your daily meals. Stir-fry tofu with garlic and broccoli for a calcium-rich and nutritious dinner. Add tofu to smoothies to create a smooth texture and boost protein. Bake tofu cubes with herbs and olive oil for a crunchy and nutritious snack. Carol, a retired nurse in her 60s whom I had the chance to chat with, switched to eating tofu after discovering high cholesterol levels. I never thought I would like it, but now I'm hooked, she shared. Since her doctor announced that her health had stabilized, tofu has become an indispensable part of her diet. When you choose the right type of tofu, you not only find a great source of plant-based protein but are also investing in your bone health. Next, let's explore a familiar green leafy vegetable that hides a surprising amount of calcium. 6. Kale and collard greens, a lush green calcium battle. In the world of green leafy vegetables, kale has become incredibly popular. You can easily find it in salads, chips, smoothies, and countless other dishes. However, besides kale, there is another equally nutritious green leafy vegetable that may even surpass it in some aspects: collard greens. Both kale and collard greens are excellent sources of calcium, especially for those who do not consume dairy products. Let's take a look at the calcium content showdown between these two vegetables. Kale. 100 grams of kale contains about 150 milligrams of calcium. Kale's strength lies in its high bioavailability, meaning your body can absorb this calcium effectively. Collard greens. With about 230 milligrams of calcium per 100 grams, collard greens are also a rich source of vitamins K, A, and C, all of which play an important role in maintaining bone health. The best part is that both of these vegetables do not contain high levels of oxalates, a substance found in spinach and some other vegetables that can hinder calcium absorption. Johan, a retired teacher who loves gardening, spoke with me once. He grows collard greens in his backyard and eats them almost daily, usually simply stir-fried with a little olive oil and garlic. His doctor commented that his bone density was higher than average for his age. It must be the greens, Johan said with a smile. It's a simple reminder that the foods we regularly eat and grow have a profound impact on our health. So which one is better? Honestly, both are excellent choices. Collard greens retain their delicious flavor when cooked in hot dishes, while kale is a wonderful addition to salads or smoothies. Rotate using both throughout the week to provide strong support for your skeletal system. But if you really want to ensure your body absorbs calcium effectively, you need to pay attention to the following factors. Let's learn about the nutrients that enhance and hinder the body's calcium absorption process. Optimizing calcium absorption, allies and obstacles. Supplementing with calcium-rich foods like green leafy vegetables, chia seeds, almonds, and tofu is just the first step. Many people overlook an important fact: your body absorbs the nutrients you eat, not just what you consume. To maximize the benefits of calcium, your body needs a few important allies, and you also need to stay away from some subtle obstacles. Let's start with calcium's good friends. Vitamin D can be considered calcium's best friend. If your body doesn't have enough vitamin D, it won't be able to absorb calcium effectively. Sunlight, vitamin D fortified foods, and fatty fish like sardines and salmon are excellent sources of vitamin D. Magnesium is an essential mineral that helps convert vitamin D into its active form. You can find magnesium in whole grains, nuts, seeds, and green leafy vegetables. Vitamin K2, a lesser-known vitamin, plays an important role in directing calcium from the arteries to the bones. Fermented foods like egg yolks, hard cheese, and natto, fermented soybeans, are rich sources of vitamin K2. Now, let's talk about the uninvited guests, the obstacles that can affect calcium absorption. Consuming too much salt can cause your body to excrete more calcium through urine. Use tea and coffee in moderation, as caffeine can slightly reduce calcium absorption. Vegetables like beets, rhubarb, and spinach contain oxalates, a substance that can bind with calcium and prevent its absorption. The story of my friend Grace is a prime example. Even though she took high-dose calcium supplements daily, her bone density did not improve. Eventually, her doctor discovered she had a severe vitamin D deficiency. After adjusting her diet, spending time walking in the sun daily, and supplementing with vitamin D, her situation improved significantly. Lesson learned: it's not always better to supplement with more calcium. Sometimes, your body needs the right conditions to use calcium effectively. Speaking of effective use, how much calcium do you need daily? Let's clarify this in the next section. Daily calcium needs and how to track them. Up to this point, we've explored a lot about calcium, its sources, how it's absorbed, and the factors that hinder it. But the question is, how much calcium do we really need each day? The U.S. National Institutes of Health recommends that men aged 51 to 70 need about 1,000 milligrams of calcium per day, while women in the same age group need 1,200 milligrams. For those over 70, the daily requirement is 1,200 milligrams, regardless of gender. It may sound like a lot, but if you break down the necessary calcium intake into 3 main meals and a snack, meeting this need becomes much easier. Here's an example of a calcium-rich day of eating. Morning: chia seed pudding, about 180 milligrams calcium. Lunch: stir-fried tofu, about 350 milligrams calcium. Snack: a handful of almonds, about 100 milligrams calcium. Dinner: boiled or stir-fried collard greens, about 230 milligrams calcium. If you supplement with calcium-fortified plant-based milk, you can absolutely meet your daily needs. So how can you track your calcium intake? There are several simple tools you can use. A simple food diary or notes on your phone. Apps that track daily calcium intake like Chronometer or MyFitnessPal. Or simply a list of your favorite calcium-rich foods stuck on the refrigerator. I once helped my aunt set up a weekly calcium tracker on a whiteboard in her kitchen. Every day, she would write down the calcium-rich foods she had eaten and mark them on the board. She said she really enjoyed tracking her progress, and it made healthy eating feel more like a fun activity than a burden. Remember, consistency over time is more important than being perfect every day. And now, with all the knowledge you have, you are ready for the final stage. Let's conclude this video with a 7-day challenge to put this new knowledge into practice. 7-Day Bone Health Boosting Challenge. This video has provided you with more than just information about food and nutrients. We've talked about habits, choices, and how to care for your skeletal system, the strong foundation that supports you throughout your life. Now is the time for you to apply everything you've learned. Challenge yourself with this simple 7-day challenge for healthier bones. Each day of the week, try to incorporate one of the calcium-rich foods we've discussed into your diet. You can combine them according to your preferences. Here's a suggested schedule for your reference. Day 1. Add chia seeds to your morning smoothie or cereal. Day 2. Eat toast with almond butter or a handful of almonds as a snack. Day 3. Sprinkle sesame seeds on your salad or make a simple mixed salad with tahini. Day 4. Enjoy sardines in pasta or with whole wheat crackers. Day 5. Stir-fry your favorite vegetables with calcium-set tofu. Day 6. Sauté collard greens with garlic or make a kale salad. Day 7. Combine your favorite foods for a nutritious, bone-friendly dinner. Bonus tip: pay attention to small changes in your body, such as your mood, digestion, or energy levels. Sometimes, the smallest changes can have the biggest impact. After completing the 7-day challenge, come back and share your experiences in the comments section. Tell us what you tried, what dishes you loved, and what habits you want to continue. Your sharing can be a great source of encouragement for others. If this video has given you a new perspective on calcium, don't hesitate to hit the like button. Remember to press the notification bell and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next videos, where there will be more helpful advice on how to maintain health and vitality after 50. Until next time, keep exploring, loving your body, and always be resilient. You are strong and full of potential.